How's it going everybody, SHARKBELK here and welcome to today's video where we're going to be taking a look at a spot I like to come and visit on mages when I start running a little low on cash that's also not too bad for leveling up in either. So, this spawn we're covering today my friends is known as the Spider's Lair, which is found deep within the Taquandan jungle near Port Hope, that I would ideally only advise coming to once you've reached level 80 and above for you to gain the absolute most out of this cave and what it has to offer. And with that said, let's crack on with getting stuck into this place, shall we? So, to find the spawn, simply head to this point here that I've marked on the map for you in the far southeast. Then venture below the surface once you've come across the set of stairs hidden amongst the scenery. Continue making your way through the cave until further going down a second set of stairs until you reach the marker I've placed on the minimap for you all. Now that we're in the right place, we can finally begin talking about the cave itself. So as its name would no doubt already suggest, the creatures you'll be facing while hunting here are that of giant spiders and a small collection of tarantulas too. Which, should you have rolled your free prey for the day and have gotten giant spiders, will give you even more of a reason to come and hit up this place, as it makes this cave all the more desirable as this spawn has arguably the highest amount of giant spiders found within its walls. And seeing as we're currently on the topic of getting the most bang for your buck whilst hunting here, you will without doubt want to head on over and have a quick chat with Grizzly Adams and take on the task of slaying 500 of those 8-legged freaks for him, enabling you the opportunity upon completion to go and face the giant spider boss known as the Old Widow. So, when hunting here, because the giant spiders are quite quick on their feet, you'll want to continually be using strong haste to help maintain a good distance from them at all times, as their melee hits on your limited health pool as a mage can be quite dangerous. And also, don't be too shy to briefly use an E-ring during the times when you make a mistake and become trapped, as wasting a few pots is a damn sight better than taking a one-way trip straight to the temple. And seeing as both these chaps are weak to fire by 10%, you'll no doubt want to take full advantage of this fact when coming here by using a hefty supply of great fireballs on them during your time in this place, which, saying that, leads me to my next bit of advice for you guys, and that's to bring a small amount of firewalls and bombs along with you also, as neither creature will walk across those and will definitely come in handy should you find yourself overwhelmed at any time. Now, when it comes to what gear you should be looking to wear while at this spawn, because I've recommended this spot for mages over level 80, I chose to limit myself to only using gear found within that level range and came up with a set that looks like this. But ideally, had I had the money to afford all the nicer things in life, it would have looked much more like this instead, as the magic sword is able to be imbued with critical strike, while the wands and rods available at this level are not, which will further increase your average damage done with the great fireball attacks, all the while providing you with a solid amount of defense from those nasty melee hits we talked about earlier, also freeing up your offhand, so to enable you the option of using a spellbook instead of a shield, making your damage potential even higher. So I guess we should take a second to go over the loot that I'll be dropping whilst here, which pretty much comes down to you profiting mostly from the sale of the spider silks and night armors from killing the giant spiders, while the tarantulas will offer you next to nothing in terms of anything of value when killed. Please note though that night armors are very heavy when carried as opposed to their leg counterparts, and so when short on cap, always choose to switch out the over-encumbering armors for the night legs instead to free up some extra cap on your character. And lastly, all that's left to do now is crunch those numbers and talk about what I was able to get out of this place, which, after hunting at this spawn a few times, I would manage to make on average 630k EXP an hour here with green stamina. And next up, let's take a look at the profit side to the spawn. So again, after tallying up the free half-an-hour hunts that I did, it would seem that I would manage to loot around 74k after each hunt here. And for those of you interested in the bestiary, you'll see that we managed to kill on average 107 tarantulas and 224 giant spiders during those times too. So with that said, to unlock these creatures, you're probably looking at spending roughly 2.5 hours here for 40 charm points. But if you're not that fussed about the bestiary and only want to know about how long it'll take you to complete Grizzly Adams' giant spider tasks whilst here, it'll take you about an hour or so on average to finish each one. And that was basically the Spider's Lair in a nutshell for you guys, which, for those of you that may have been following me for some time now, know all too well of my past experiences with this place and the grudge I hold towards giant spiders, but I think now enough time has gone by for me to finally let go and move on. Anyway, if you guys have any suggestions on any other spawns you'd like to see me cover in the near future, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Also, if after watching this video you fancy giving this spawn a try for yourselves, please do come back and leave a comment with how things went for you. And with that, boys and girls, I'll be back with another video real soon, but until then, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.